Hello everyone, and I have the pleasure of having the president of WNCC, Dr. Carmen Simone, with me today. Thank you very much for joining us.
Well, thank you for the opportunity.
Newly minted, if you will, so to speak, right at about 1 month officially in the post. First of all, thoughts on the community in the area. I know we had talked previously that it really was a place that appealed to you because it's very much like home.
Yeah, and I'm absolutely in the place that I need to be. I am really enjoying this opportunity, and it's been fun to get to know the area and get to know the people I'm working with.
Okay. Getting to know the people that you're working with, obviously that's something that's been an ongoing process.
Sure.
I can imagine that you haven't had the opportunity to meet everybody in person at WNCC, but you know, aside from getting up to speed that way, what other things have you been doing here in the past 30 days?
Sure. Well, I've had the opportunity to spend a little bit of time in Alliance. I've been to a chamber meeting there. I've also had the opportunity to go to our Sydney campus and meet folks there. And this week I'll be meeting some of the community members there, the mayor and some of the economic development folks, and I'm really looking forward to that. Next week we're going up to Chadron. I'll be able to meet some of the people there and trying to rekindle some of our relationships up in the northern part of the state.
Okay. With traveling around to those different campuses, of course, you've had experience with multiple campus location institutions in the past. Can you compare and contrast what we have here in the Panhandle with WNCC to what you've experienced previously?
Sure. Well, my previous experience was at a campus that had actually 2 campuses that were very similarly sized. So what I'm finding here in Western Nebraska is that we have the Scottsbluff campus and then smaller satellite campuses. So it's a little different environment in the Alliance and in the Sydney areas, but just as important. Those campuses are so critical to the communities that we're serving there, and I'm very committed to keeping that in place and growing what we're doing in those areas.
And of course, each campus having its necessary strengths and certain offerings education-wise that another campus might not have.
Absolutely. Sydney, I was just so blown away by the aviation maintenance program. It's absolutely incredible. And then up in Alliance, we have our power line program, which is just second to none also. And then we have nursing in all those locations, which is critical for Western Nebraska.
Now, of course, you've been working with the Board of Governors for WCCA, for the Western Community College area, and interacting with them, and have they given you a sense of some of the directions that they would like to see things go, and vice versa, that you would like to see things go for WNCC moving forward? Sure.
Well, just like I am, they're very committed to serving the whole Panhandle area, and having those 5 districts throughout the Panhandle is really important for the college. So we have boots on the ground in all of the parts of that particular part of the state. So I'm really impressed by that. Our Board of Governors is so committed to the college and to the communities that we serve. It's very, very heartwarming for me.
And going forward, of course, one of the big ticket items coming up a little bit later this year happens to be the Higher Learning Commission reaccreditation, which the visit takes place in April, if I recall correctly. And we'll come back with Dr. Simone in just a moment and talk with her a little bit about that, as well as some other things at WNCC. And we're back, and we have the pleasure of having the company of Dr. Carmen Simone, who is the newly installed president at WNCC. Again, thank you very much for joining us. I know you have a very busy schedule. Trying to get up to speed on a lot of so many different things.
Sure.
From curriculum to staffing to faculty to students, the whole 9 yards. Boy, it just can't be easy.
Well, of course it's not easy. Why would I say it's easy? I really am enjoying it, though. I love what I do, and I love what community colleges bring to our communities and to this part of the state.
Now, we were talking about some of the things that are coming up for WNCC, and one real big thing coming up is the review by the Higher Learning Commission for reaccreditation for WNCC. Let's talk a little bit about your experience in the past. You've been a peer reviewer for HLC.
Yep, I was trained in 2015 to be a peer reviewer, and I've been out on various site visits around the region, and I'm really looking forward to having the team visit us in April.
Now, does that give you necessarily, and WNCC by extension, perhaps some additional insight on what they may be looking for, things such as that?
Absolutely.
And how do you help convey that to to the rest of the staff and the administration?
Well, I can tell you, I've just been so impressed with what I've seen coming in. The team at the college has been working so hard together to be prepared for this visit. They really know what they're doing, and they're so well prepared. I like to tell them they're overstudying right now to be ready.
Well, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense, because this is the big test.
It's very, very important. And it, like I've said, it's the good housekeeping seal of approval.
Sure
and
is.
we really want to do well with this. And it is tied to federal financial aid and all sorts of very important things for the college. So of course we want to do well, and we will do well.
And of course there is very soon here, as I understand it, a mock review session that's going to be going on, that's also involving the Board of Governors.
Yep, we're doing that on Monday and Tuesday next week.
Okay, yeah. And that's something that basically is I guess a practice game for the actual event.
It is, and we want to make sure that our faculty and staff are comfortable with the scenario, so that they don't freeze when the team comes in to visit. We want them to have practiced a little bit and are comfortable.
And those visits can be fairly extensive. They are fairly extensive, and multiple day situations for staff and administration to have to deal with.
Absolutely. It's going to take a couple of days, and then when the team is here, they will stop visiting with us and then go and talk about us for another half of a day.
Of course. That's kind of how the way those things work. Shift back a little bit personally. All settled in?
Yeah, we're working at that. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, it takes a little bit of time. Have you had any opportunity? I know the weather, we are talking January, February, but have you been able to get out and about and maybe take in some of the more touristy things necessarily in the area?
I haven't really been able to do that yet, and I'm really looking forward to that opportunity. They've been keeping me so busy at the college, just getting to learn our campuses and our communities. And then I also had a chance to go to Lincoln and get to meet some of the other my colleagues around the state. So it's been a busy month.
Yeah, it has been a busy month. Well, there will be time for frivolity, if you will, and enjoyment of the attractions around the area. And I'm sure that the staff and the administration and people in the public will have plenty of opportunities to give you a little bit of guidance on places to go, things to do.
I really appreciate it. They've shared lots of little insights of special places to go and things to do.
Well, I have to tell you, the community as a whole really looking forward to your stewardship at WNCC, and excited to have you here. And we've been fortunate to have you here on this program today.
Thank you. Thank you so much for the opportunity. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah.